Hey, fruit lady! The man in the crisp blue blazer slapped the bus window with an open palm, startling the woman on the sidewalk. How much for that monkey food? His friends burst into laughter. One woman hid her grin behind manicured fingers. The vendor, a Filipina in a straw sun hat, hugged her wicker basket closer. They're sweet bananas, sir. $1 each. $1 each. Blazer guy cocked his head. I'll give you 10 cents for the whole bunch, plus that shriveled lime. More laughter. The bus engine idled, spewing heat. The woman's lower lip quivered, but she managed, My price is fair, Poe. Someone deeper in the bus called out, Come on, Gordon, stop wasting time. She probably picked those off a dumpster. The laughter turned sharper. A phone rose to record. The vendor's eyes glazed. Her name was Lita Soriano, 62, grandmother of 5, but in that moment she was no one, just a target in the sun. The light turned green. Gordon tapped an imaginary tip of a hat. Catch you on the bargain rack, missus. Before we continue this story, let us know where you're watching from. If you enjoy stories like this, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, because tomorrow we have another special story for you. The bus doors hissed shut. As it rolled away, Lita's shoulders shook, though whether from anger or shame she couldn't tell. The bus didn't travel far. 2 intersections ahead, a delivery truck backed illegally into a lane, wedging itself across the road at a crooked angle. The bus swerved, tires screeching, and clipped a fire hydrant. A geyser erupted, drenching asphalt. Steam rose from overheated brakes. Inside, passengers jolted hard, screams mingling with the metallic shriek. Gordon slammed into a pole. The phone slipped from his hand, clattering under a seat. Everybody stay calm, the driver shouted, but panic already rippled. Water flooded the gutter. The rear tires spun uselessly in the spray. Doors were jammed against the hydrant. Windows remained sealed by safety locks. No one could get out. Lita, observing chaos from half a block back, hesitated only a breath. Then she hitched her basket higher and jogged toward the bus, sandals slapping concrete. Pedestrians clustered, filming. Sirens wailed in the distance. Inside, the air grew thick and wet. An elderly woman clutched her chest, gasping. A diabetic teen's insulin pump beeped in alarm. Cell service flickered. Static, no bars. Gordon pounded the driver's partition. Can you reopen the doors? Pressure won't release, the driver barked. They're stuck. Passengers banged windows. Someone shouted, Break the glass! Another answered, They're laminated, need emergency tools. None aboard could find the hatch key. Panic climbed. Outside, Lita scanned the undercarriage gate between bus frame and hydrant. Water roared too strong to approach the front exit, but the rear vent window, a waist-high slit, was ajar. She set her basket down, fished 2 bananas free, and used their curved shapes like wedges to lever the latch. With a grunt, the pane popped wider. Ma'am! Gordon's friend yelled, eyes wide. Watch out! You'll get soaked! Lita ignored him, bracing feet against the bumper, forcing the window until a gap big enough for an arm opened. She ripped the long green banana leaf that lined her basket and rolled it into a cone, shouting, Pass the latch rod! The driver tossed a metal handle toward the rear. Passengers relayed it hand over hand to Gordon, who squeezed it through. Lita inserted the rod, hooked the emergency release inside, and yanked. With a hiss, the rear doors bowed just enough for people to slip out sideways, one at a time. Steam billowed as drenched passengers stumbled onto the sidewalk. Lita guided them clear of the geyser. The elderly woman collapsed. Lita knelt, swift fingers on pulse. Still strong. She checked the diabetic teen next, retrieving a banana. Eat, she instructed. Natural sugar. Gordon splashed over, hair dripping. Breathless, he watched Lita tear pastries from cling wrap and distribute them. Hands that moments earlier had filmed her humiliation now trembled, reaching for sustenance. Firefighters arrived, shutting the hydrant valve, prying doors fully awake. Medics swarmed. Yet when the chaos ebbed, everyone remembered the moment Lita had taken charge, not the uniforms now. 40 minutes later, passengers huddled in a shaded alley beside the immobilized bus. Clothes clung, tempers steamed. Suddenly, a voice rang out. It was Gordon, standing atop a crate outside a closed cafe, both palms held high for silence. Listen up. He cleared his throat, cheeks blotched. Before the crash, we were teasing this lady for trying to make an honest buck. She could have walked away. Instead, she saved our hides. He gestured to Lita, who stood a step behind him, clutching her basket, now half empty. Murmurs of agreement rippled. Some eyes glistened. Gordon swallowed. I was an arrogant jerk, and I want to buy every snack left in her basket for the original asking price times 10. He pulled a wallet, thumbed bills. Lita shook her head. No need. You already paid by learning. She extended the basket. Take and share, free. Tears breached more than one face. Even medics paused to watch. Gordon's voice cracked. Are you sure? Kindness weighs lighter when you give it away, she said, and heavy when you keep it to yourself. One by one, passengers approached as if the basket were holy. A corporate intern accepted a banana and sobbed apologies. The diabetic teen's mother hugged Lita, squeezing until joints popped. The older woman touched Lita's cheek and whispered blessings in Spanish. Snacks disappeared, but gratitude multiplied. Across the street, a local news crew filming hydrant runoff shifted cameras toward the scene. The reporter's eyebrows lifted, commuters in business attire crying over fruit. She signaled the cameraman to roll. That evening, Channel 7 led with the headline, Street Vendor Becomes Street Savior, Hungry Hearts Fed After Crash. The viral clip featured tear-streaked Gordon breaking down mid-interview. She gave us what we wouldn't give her, respect. Online, debate ignited. Banana Angel trended. Donations poured via a hastily created GoFundMe. Help Nane Lita buy a food cart. By sunrise, $48,000 accumulated. Yet bigger twists simmered. The bus company's CEO, Celeste Ward, watched the segment thrice. A light bulb pinged. Morning staff meeting opened with her directive. Find Miss Soriano. Invite her to supply healthy snacks at all transit hubs. Contract, benefits, everything. HR scrambled. Simultaneously, City Hall's public health office drafted a pilot program. Free fruit for diabetic commuters. Lita's bananas were Exhibit A. Meanwhile, Lita rose before dawn as always, unaware her life changed. She counted remaining ensaimada, humming a Visayan lullaby. Her grandson Nico, age 8, peered into the kitchen. Lola, you're famous. My teacher showed the video. She laughed it off. Kids exaggerate. She reached the bus stop carrying a newly woven basket, gift from her sister. 2 blocks away, a bus pulled up. Doors opened. Gordon stepped down wearing jeans and a volunteer vest. He jogged over holding a laminated sign, assisting vendor, city permit. Lita blinked. You? He rubbed neck. I quit my agency job this morning, temporary leave. Thought maybe I'd help if that's okay. She studied him, then nodded. Okay, pero no teasing today. They both laughed, disbelief releasing tension. At first corner, a crowd waited, college kids, office clerks, sanitation crews, holding out reusable bags. Gordon organized a line. Lita handed fruit, refusing payment. Many insisted on paying anyway. She accepted small coins, planning to donate later. Mid-morning, a sleek SUV with transit logo parked. CEO Ward exited, heels clicking. She offered a formal contract on embossed stationery. Lita Soriano, official vendor for bus bite kiosks citywide. Salary triple previous earnings, health coverage, inventory stipend. Lita's eyes blurred. She struggled for words. Gordon squeezed her shoulder. She exhaled. I will do this if part of profit feeds homeless shelters. Ward smiled. Deal. Papers signed atop banana crate. Local press captured flashes. Week later, the first bus bite kiosk launched inside Central Terminal. Turquoise cart trimmed in woven banana fibers, designed by an eco-startup that offered free labor after seeing the viral video. Mayor Rodriguez cut ribbon. Lita wore a neat apron embroidered Nane's bites, sweetness for all. Crowds flooded, not only to buy, but to say thank you. The diabetic teen, Dex, arrived with stable glucose levels and a homemade bracelet spelling Salamat. The elderly woman, wrist in cast, brought a stack of church bake sale flyers for Lita to advertise. Gordon stood quietly to the side, now employed as kiosk operations manager, title unofficial, heart invested. He'd sold his luxury watch, funding additional fruit stock. When asked why, he said, yesterday's mockery became today's mission. I'm paying tuition for my new character. A bus rolled into Bay 3. Doors opened, riders poured out, many recognizing Lita and forming a mini parade toward her stand. Among them, a silent man in rumpled coat approached, eyes down. He placed a crisp 20 on the counter and whispered, "We laughed the loudest." Lita gently returned half the bill in cookies. Take sweetness, return change in kindness. The man wiped eyes, nodding. Yet the story's deepest twist unveiled behind closed doors at the Regional Transit Commission. After analyzing crash footage, engineers discovered the hydrant impact fractured an aging brake hose, defect previously reported but unaddressed. Without Lita's quick action, the bus might have slid into midday traffic, casualties certain. Legal counsel predicted lawsuits. CEO Ward preempted headlines by announcing a $10 million passenger safety fund, seeded partly by executive bonuses, partly by new mango-topped pastry named Guardian Gear, all proceeds earmarked for repairs. Public outcry inverted to public praise. At the fund's unveiling, Ward asked Lita to speak. She approached podium, hands shaking. Camera lights blinded, but she steadied her breath. "First time I sold bananas, I earned 50 cents. Enough to buy rice for my children. Yesterday, those same bananas bought safety for strangers. Money is one kind of fruit. It feeds stomachs a day. Respect is sweeter fruit. It feeds hearts forever. May we grow orchards of both." Applause thundered. Ward whispered to her aide, "Put that quote on every bus pass sleeve." Within weeks, colourful sleeves bore Lita's words in 4 languages. Not everyone celebrated. A rival snack vendor syndicate resented the overnight sensation cutting into profits. They demanded Lita pay location fees, hinting at broken stalls otherwise. Gordon intercepted the threat letter, hands trembling. Lita read it, face inscrutable. Then she dialed the number at bottom. "Come to my kiosk tomorrow," she told the enforcer. "I'll have something for you." Gordon panicked. "We should call police." "Trust kindness," Lita said. "Even thorns crave sunlight." Next day dawned blistering. Humidity glued shirts to skin. At noon, a burly man with tattooed neck approached, flanked by 2 others. Lita greeted them with iced calamansi juice and newly invented coconut rolls. They refused at first, suspicious. She insisted. Sweat streaming, they drank. Silence stretched. Then the leader cleared his throat. "My nana used to make juice like this in Cebu," he murmured. "She passed last year." His eyes reddened. Lita touched his arm. "Her sweetness lives if you pass it on." The man's posture softened. He withdrew the threat letter, tore it, and asked how to place her treats in his cousin's corner store. Rivalry melted into partnership. Gordon witnessed the exchange, awe widening his grin. He scribbled mental notes. Strategy: feed enemies, watch them join picnic. Months flowed. Bus bite kiosks multiplied. Mango apple chia cups for morning boarding. Cassava chips for late-night workers. Diabetic incidents on transit routes dropped 12%. High schoolers produced documentary Baskets and Buses, winning regional film festival. On award night, Lita walked red carpet in borrowed dress, cheeks round with disbelief. Flashbulbs popped. Reporters fired questions. She answered humbly until one asked, "Do you ever regret giving away that basket free?" She laughed, a sound like bamboo wind chimes. "You can't empty a basket by sharing. You only widen the circle carrying it." The circle widened still. Thanksgiving morning, Central Terminal buzzed, snow flurried. Lita opened kiosk early to hand out free babinka muffins to homeless sleepers along platform. Gordon arrived, juggling thermos of champorado. Together they created warmth no furnace could rival. A hush fell when the passengers from the crash, many now volunteers, formed a line with covered dishes. Gordon's wife's pancit, Dex's mom's turkey sliders, the elderly woman's arroz con leche. They'd organized a potluck for Lita's birthday, discovered via city permit forms. A cardboard sign read, "From mockery to memory, happy 63rd Nane." Tears glistened on Lita's cheeks. She tried to speak, but voice faltered. Gordon stepped up, raising a styrofoam cup. "To the woman who showed us generosity isn't weakness, but the engine that keeps this city moving." Cups clinked. Snow-dotted hair melted on warm foreheads. A bus horn sounded, door opened. Driver leaned out. "All aboard for the Sweetness Express. First stop, Compassion." Crowd burst into laughter, filed inside, sharing food across seats. Lita climbed last, basket on hip. As she walked down the aisle, passengers old and new reached to touch her hand, as if brushing a good luck talisman. The driver dimmed lights. Interior glowed like a moving hearth. Out the window, holiday shoppers and traffic cops glanced up, startled by the sight of a bus full of strangers trading potluck containers and singing Tagalog folk songs led by a woman in a straw hat. Phones sprang up, capturing another moment the world didn't know it needed. By evening, the Sweetness Express returned to the depot. Riders dispersed with hugs and extra muffins for family. Lita lingered to sweep crumbs from seats. Gordon approached, holding a framed photo. Lita crouched beside the hydrant geyser, basket open, banana extended to Dex. The picture had been snapped by a bystander and printed large, a gift from the volunteers. Under the image, gold letters spelled, "Kindness weighs lighter when you give it away." Lita traced the frame edge, speechless. Gordon tapped a hook already installed beside the kiosk. "Home sweet home," he said. She hung the photo. It fit perfectly. As they locked up, Gordon asked what she planned next. She looked toward the dark street where the crash once drenched her in cruel laughter. "Tomorrow I sell fruit again, same as yesterday, same as maybe always. But now every sale says, we can be better. That's enough twist for any story." Gordon nodded, heart full. Overhead, an electric bus hummed past, its side wrapped in an ad. Lita holding a mango, tagline, "Fuel your journey with kindness." Commuters pointed smiling. Lita turned to Gordon, eyes twinkling. "Funny, no? One day they mock, next day they market," he chuckled. "Life keeps the receipts." They parted ways under neon station lights. Lita walked home lighter than her empty basket. Snowflakes settled on her hat, tiny, cold proofs that even the sky shares freely. What would you have done if you'd seen those passengers mock a humble vendor, spoken up, stayed silent, or laughed along? Which twist moved you most? The free snacks, the shattered rivalry, or the citywide ripple? Tell us in the comments, and if this journey fed your heart, tap subscribe so you're on board for the next tale where kindness surprises everyone, maybe even you.